Hi, I'm Dr. Ian Johnston, continuing our series on playing in the sandbox with Cerner. In the last couple of videos we've talked about entering orders. We've done so through order sets, and we've done so using quick orders. This time we're going to reverse field and to talk about discontinuing orders and suspending orders. So here we are back in the patient chart. There are a number of places where one can discontinue orders. One could stay in the inpatient workflow, go to the order profile, review the medications. Perhaps we don't want to have Ativan present anymore. We can click on that. We see a dialog box appear to the right, and we can simply cancel, discontinue that drug. So we'll do so. Now remember, just as if we were ordering a medication, we have to sign it before it goes into effect. The same applies when we're discontinuing. Although we have a line through this, we haven't actually completed the action. We have to go to our to-do box at the top, and we want to sign our order where we are discontinuing the medication. So we click that, and Bob's your uncle, we can see that the Ativan has disappeared. If we're simply discontinuing a medication, that's probably the most straightforward way to do it. There are a few more options available if one works through the dark menu, and it might be worth looking at that. The dark menu I have hiding over here at the side. I will bring it out, and I will put a pin in it so it stays out where I can see it. Another way to do this would be to press the orders field on the dark menu. And again, we have a more complete list of medications. We can see here the moxifloxacin hasn't just disappeared, but we can see that it is present, but it's marked as a discontinued. This time, let's say we want to deal with the acetaminophen. So we have an acetaminophen ordered here. We'll click on it. This time we will right click on it, and we can see that we get a bunch of different options here. We can cancel and discontinue exactly the same as we did in the previous page. But this time around we have the option to suspend the medication. An example where this would be handy would be if a patient is going for a procedure in the morning. You want to suspend a bunch of orders, make sure the patient is NPO for his procedure, but you don't want to cancel everything and have to reorder from scratch. In this case we would suspend the order, so we'll click there. Once again, further action will be required to bring this into effect. When we're in the dark menu rather than the little green box in the top, we can see the little orders for signature box in the bottom. We'll click on that. We can see that we have the suspend order in place. We'll sign it. And there we go. The acetaminophen says it's processing. Whenever you see something processing, move up to the refresh icon in the corner, press it, and then we see what we want. The acetaminophen has been suspended. Now, the procedure has now been completed, and we want to restart this medication. Again, the easiest way to do this is through the dark menu. We have this medication. We will right click again. Now we see we do have a resume button. Now the problem with the resume button is if we use that, there will be no interaction checking with any of the other medications, and there will be situations where other medications have been changed. So the workflow that we've settled on and is safest for the patient is, rather than press the resume button, is to press cancel discontinue. It seems counterintuitive, but that's the way we go. So we will press on that. We will sign that. But then we will immediately go back, copy the order because we want to bring it back, and sign it. So absolutely, it's a few extra clicks. I can assure you that there was a huge amount of debate about this workflow during the preliminary phases of planning, but the final conclusion was that this is by far the safest workflow for the patient, even if it does mean a few more clicks for the physician. Now that we've worked through entering orders, in the next few videos we're going to start talking about documentation.